Today, we are blessed to present one of these insightful lectures entitled Satan's Co-Investment, Part 1 of 3 on Between Master and Disciples, given in English on July 31st, 2021.
Hey, greetings to all of you in God's love. This is Radio Thanh Hải, the best we can arrange at the moment by all means. I will read you a story so that you know that I still think of you. I'm working for you and with you. It's just that this is the best I can do already. Better than nothing, huh? Besides, if you don't see me, maybe you can listen with more concentration. I turn off some of the machines so that the voice can become clearer. I'm still alone and in that 2x4 room, and this is the best I can do. I will read you the story because stories are always nice to hear, interesting, catch our attention, and it has always some moral to take away. This story is also in the same book, the Jewish folklore stories. Now, I try to translate as best as I can, yeah? This story is called... Oh man, I need my glasses. One moment. I get my glasses out. I do have nostalgia for the time when I was safe and sound. More safe and sound than now. When I was younger, there was more energy and I felt nothing to worry about. Nowadays, I worry about many things. I have to take care of my own safety. That's the worst thing that could happen. I'm not afraid. I just have to take care of myself so that I can continue my work. This story is called Satan's Co-Investment. Long time ago, there was a man who ran away from his wife because he was probably afraid of her. So Satan somehow bumped into him and asked him, "Where are you going?" He said, "Oh, I have to escape from my wife." So Satan said, "Oh, me too. Huh? Oh, okay, we both should go together to another area and then we can invest together in some business. First of all, in that new area, I will possess the king's daughter, the princess. Yes, and control her in different ways. And then make her sick. After all, the best, the most famous doctors in that area cannot cure her. Then you will appear. You will introduce yourself as a very, very extraordinary medical doctor. And then you have to ask for a lot of reward, like a lot of money, a lot of gold, and all the precious stuff. And then after that, we will divide the loot 50-50. Yeah. So the man who escaped from the wife nodded his head in agreement. Then Satan and this handpacked man, a man who was afraid of his wife, both of them went to another country, perhaps. After that, after they arrived, Satan really possessed the king's daughter, the princess, and made her become like stupid and crazy. After all, the most famous and best medical doctors could not cure her sickness, then the co-investor went in the court of the king and said to the king, "Your Majesty, I am the doctor who is specialized in this kind of mental sickness. If you promise to give me a lot of reward with all the precious things like gold, silver in a big sum, I will heal your daughter." And the king said, "If you cannot, then what will happen?" The man said, "Okay, at that time you can just chop my head off." So the king was very convinced. He said, okay, that is good, very good. And then after that, the king already gave him a lot of money and precious metals like gold, silver, and stuff like that, according to his request. But with the condition that within 3 days, he has to cure the sickness of the princess. So that guy immediately told Satan, okay, now you can get out of the princess's body because we are very rich already. Satan said, no, I won't do that. But after 3 days, everyone gathered inside the court of the king still did not see that the princess has improved. So the man said to the king, please, give me 3 more days. All the officials of the king's court agreed. Now he came and talked to Satan one more time. He said, now you have to get out of the princess's body immediately. Otherwise you'll be in trouble. But Satan did not want to go out of the princess's being. So after those 3 days, all the officials came back to the court and saw that nothing improved with the princess's situation. So they wanted to kill him immediately, right there. So he immediately begged them and told them, oh, please, 3 more days. If this time I cannot, then you just chop my head then. I cannot go anywhere. So, okay, well, there's no choice, so they agreed to that. The king also has to agree to that. But after these 3 days, Satan still didn't want to get out of the princess's body. So now the man came to the king and said then, Your Majesty, please, can you order all of your soldiers in the whole country from everywhere to come here. And then every one of them, you tell them they have to blow very loud their trumpets. If anyone doesn't have a trumpet, then tell them just scream as loud as they can. So the king had no other choice, so he did what the so-called charlatan requested. And then the whole army from everywhere within the whole country came into the capital, next to the court of the king. And then all of them either blowing loudly on the trumpet or screaming loudly, yelling loudly. They did all what they could, made very, very loud noises and very frightening kinds of sounds and noise and very, very, very incredibly frightening. Then Satan, kind of shaken, came and asked his co-investing person, my friend, can you tell me how come there's so much noise everywhere, so frightening sounds like that? So the man said, hey, you don't know? It's your wife. She brought the whole army here, chasing after you, wanting to hunt you down. Oh, after hearing that, Satan jumped over the window and ran away. Can you believe that? Even Satan is afraid of his wife. No wonder many men on our planet have the same problem. Lucky that Satan can escape, and this man also could run away. Many cannot, because they are bound by different conditions, like children, or house mortgage together, or the same bank account that they cannot do anything. If they left, they would have nothing at all. The house is in the wife's name, the bank is in both names. He cannot take money out without her permission, etc., and children and business and together. It's very difficult to cut it off like that. So people sometimes they stay together, not because they're still in love, but they are bound. Hand and foot is a pity. Imagine people even have many wives. Wow, what a very unwise decision to put yourself into that position.